August feels like the tail end of gardening season to most people. The tomatoes are ripening, the zucchini won't stop coming, and it seems like the only thing left to do is harvest and wait for fall. But here's what nobody tells you. Right now, while everyone else thinks the planting window is closing, there are 5 seeds that actually want to go into the ground this month. Skip them, and you're leaving free food on the table before the year even ends. Stick around, because seed number 3 is the one most gardeners get completely backward, and it could be the difference between an empty bed in October and a harvest you're still eating from at Thanksgiving. Welcome back to Earthly Gardening, the channel built for anyone who wants a garden that actually feeds them without draining their wallet. If you're new here, hello, and welcome to the family. We keep things simple, honest, and budget-friendly, because growing your own food shouldn't cost a fortune or require a degree in horticulture. And if you've been with us a while, welcome back. You already know how we do things around here. Before we get into today's 5 seeds, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video like this one. It genuinely helps this channel grow, and it costs you nothing. Now let's get into it, because seed number 1 might surprise you. Seed 1, spinach. Most people assume spinach only belongs in spring, and honestly, that single assumption costs gardeners a whole second harvest every single year. Spinach genuinely struggles once early summer heat sets in. The moment temperatures climb past a certain point, it panics, sends up a flower stalk, and turns bitter faster than you'd expect from such a mild-tasting green. That's exactly why late August becomes its real window of opportunity. As the days start easing off that summer intensity, spinach seeds germinate quicker and more evenly, and the plants grow into tender, sweet leaves instead of the tough, bitter mess you'd get from planting at the wrong time of year. Here's how to set yourself up for success with this one. Start by soaking your seeds in water for roughly an hour before planting. This softens the outer seed coat and noticeably speeds up germination, which is especially helpful if your soil is still holding on to residual summer warmth. Once soaked, tuck the seeds into loose, moist soil about ½ an inch deep, spacing them a few inches apart so each plant has enough room to spread its leaves without crowding its neighbors. Consistency really is everything with spinach. Keep that soil damp throughout the first week after planting, particularly if your region hasn't fully cooled down yet, because uneven moisture is one of the fastest ways to stall germination or stress out young seedlings before they've even had a chance to establish. Within about 60 days, sometimes even less depending on your local climate, you'll be harvesting fresh spinach leaves ready for salads, smoothies, or that garlic sauté you've probably been thinking about since I first mentioned it earlier. And here's the quiet win nobody really talks about. While your neighbors assume their gardening season wound down back in July, you'll be pulling fresh, tender greens well into autumn, all from seeds that honestly took less effort than most people ever expect. Seed 2, carrots. This next one tends to genuinely catch people off guard. Carrots planted in August often taste noticeably sweeter than the ones grown back in spring, and there's real science sitting behind that difference. As temperatures drop, carrots convert their stored starches into sugar as a natural survival response to the cold, which means a fall-harvested carrot can taste far closer to candy than anything you pulled from the ground back in June. To make this work in your favor, start by choosing a fast-maturing variety, something specifically bred to size up quickly before your first hard frost rolls in. This detail matters far more than most people expect, because planting the wrong variety this late in the season can leave you with skinny, underdeveloped roots by the time harvest rolls around. Before you plant anything, take the time to loosen your soil deeply. Carrots are notoriously particular about compacted ground, and if their roots hit any kind of resistance underground, they'll fork, twist, or grow stunted instead of long and beautifully straight. Sow your seeds shallow, no more than ¼ inch deep, and keep that top layer of soil consistently moist all the way until germination happens, which can take up to 2 weeks depending on your local conditions. Patience really matters here, since carrot seeds are notoriously slow starters compared to almost everything else on this list. Once your seedlings finally emerge, thin them out so each individual root has enough space to develop fully without competing for nutrients or moisture. Come fall, when you finally pull that first carrot from the ground, you'll understand exactly why so many experienced gardeners quietly consider this one of the best-kept secrets of late-season planting. Seed 3, Bush Beans. This is the seed I teased at the very start, because it's honestly the one most gardeners get completely backward. There's a common assumption floating around that bean season quietly ends once summer starts winding down, so people simply stop planting more once their spring batch fades out. That single assumption is exactly what causes gardeners to miss out on an entire second harvest, completely free of charge, sitting right there for the taking. Bush beans happen to be remarkably fast growers. Most varieties reach harvest in just 50 to 60 days, which means an August planting still has plenty of time to mature before your first frost arrives, depending on where exactly you're located. The real mistake here isn't a lack of time at all, it's the lingering belief that beans only belong in spring, and that belief alone quietly costs gardeners pounds of fresh produce every single year without them ever realizing it. Getting started is refreshingly simple. Direct sow your seeds about an inch deep into warm soil, water them consistently, and make sure they're soaking up full sun throughout the day. One detail that makes bush beans especially valuable is their unique relationship with nitrogen. As they grow, their roots naturally fix nitrogen back into the surrounding soil, which means they're not just feeding you directly, they're actively improving the ground for whatever you decide to plant next season. It's genuinely rare to find a crop that gives you food right now while also setting up better growing conditions for later, and that's exactly why this one deserves a firm spot on your August planting list. Seed 4, Radishes. If you're someone who loves seeing quick results, radishes are about to become your favorite plant on this entire list. Some varieties are ready to harvest in as little as 3 to 4 weeks, making them absolutely perfect for filling in the empty gaps left behind after you've cleared out spent summer crops like early lettuce or peas. Radishes genuinely thrive in cooler soil, which is exactly why planting them toward the later half of August sets them up for ideal growing conditions. Cooler temperatures significantly reduce the bitterness and premature bolting that often ruins radishes planted too early during warmer months. To plant, scatter your seeds thinly across loosened soil, about half an inch deep, and keep the ground evenly moist as they begin to establish themselves. Once seedlings sprout, thin them out so each individual root has enough breathing room to swell properly underground without fighting its neighbors for space. What makes radishes especially rewarding is simply the speed. There's something oddly satisfying about watching a plant go from seed to harvest in less time than it takes most vegetables to even fully sprout. If you've never grown them before, this is the crop that quietly turns impatient gardeners into lifelong believers, and it's an easy, low-effort way to keep your garden productive right up until the weather truly turns cold. Seed 5, Kale. Kale might genuinely be the most underrated seed on this entire list, mostly because people simply don't realize it actually improves after a light frost touches it. That cold exposure triggers the plant to produce extra sugars as a natural defense mechanism, which mellows out its flavor and makes it noticeably sweeter and less tough compared to kale harvested during the peak of summer heat. Planting in August gives kale enough runway to establish strong roots and thick, leafy growth before temperatures start dropping significantly. Once it matures, kale carries a stubborn resilience that allows it to keep producing well into late fall, and in milder climates, sometimes even into early winter. Few crops on this entire list offer that kind of extended payoff from a single planting session. To get started, sow your seeds about a 1/4 inch deep, keeping the soil consistently moist all throughout germination. Once your seedlings emerge, thin them out so each plant has enough room to fill out properly without crowding its neighbors underground or above. This is a crop that quite literally rewards patience, because the longer it hangs on through cooler weather, the better it ultimately tastes, making it one of the most satisfying additions to any late-season garden setup. If you're finding this helpful so far, now's a great moment to hit that like button and drop a comment letting me know which one of these you're planting first. It genuinely helps this video reach more gardeners just like you, and I always enjoy seeing what everyone's growing down in the comments. Alright, stick around, because I saved a bonus crop for the end that most people completely overlook. Bonus crop, turnips. Turnips rarely get any credit, and honestly, that's a shame, because this might be one of the most forgiving crops you can plant in August. Most gardeners overlook turnips entirely, either because they assume they're only good for soups, or because they simply never think of them as something worth growing on purpose. But turnips are quietly one of the most efficient plants you can put in the ground this time of year, and they give you 2 harvests from a single planting, which is something most vegetables simply can't offer. Here's what makes them so valuable. The greens grow fast, often ready to snip and eat within about a month, giving you an early harvest of nutrient-dense leaves that taste fantastic sautéed with a little garlic and oil. Meanwhile, the roots continue developing underground, and like carrots, they actually grow sweeter as the weather cools. By the time you're ready to pull them, usually somewhere between 45 and 60 days after planting, you'll have roots with a flavor that's mild, slightly sweet, and nothing like the bitter versions people remember from store-bought bins. Planting turnips is refreshingly low effort. Sow the seeds directly into loosened soil, about half an inch deep, spacing them a few inches apart so the roots have room to swell. Keep the soil consistently moist, especially during germination, and thin your seedlings once they sprout so overcrowding doesn't stunt root development. Turnips aren't picky about soil quality either, which makes them an excellent choice if you've got a bed that struggled with something else earlier this season and needs an easy win. What I love most about turnips is how quietly efficient they are. You're not just getting one crop, you're getting greens for your dinner table now and roots for hearty stews later, all from a single packet of seeds that costs next to nothing. If you're trying to squeeze every bit of value out of your garden before the growing season winds down, this bonus crop might end up being the most practical pick on this entire list. So there you have it. Spinach for sweetness once the heat backs off, carrots that turn candy-like as temperatures drop, bush beans for a surprise second harvest most people walk right past, radishes for an almost instant reward, kale that only gets better the colder it gets, and turnips as a bonus crop that quietly gives you double the harvest for barely any effort. What ties all 6 of these together is timing. August isn't the quiet end of your growing season, it's a second chance most gardeners never realize they have, simply because nobody ever told them otherwise. And now you know better than most. If this video helped you see your garden a little differently, do me a favor and subscribe to Earthly Gardening so you don't miss what's coming next. We've got more budget-friendly ways to keep your fall garden thriving, and honestly, you won't want to miss it. Drop a comment and let me know how your August planting goes, I read every single one. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next video.